Okay guys, let's go and create the protocol to update our bio. Okay, I'll right click on our project in the PHP development environment. We create a new PHP file which I write update bio. Here we go. This is the PHP. This function is in charge of this protocol is in charge of updating the bio of the user and throwing back the user related information. Okay, so as the step number one is we need to check past information to this PHP file. Okay, so two information which we need to pass from our app, it will be the user ID and the bio. We want to insert bio where user ID equals to certain user ID. Okay, if here we'll write here if in the round brackets empty, then in the round brackets request square brackets and in single quotation marks we'll write ID. Then we are coming out of the if one first round bracket we put or empty. In the round brackets we'll write $symbol underscore request square brackets and single quotation marks we'll write bio if these values are empty. Then we want to create a new variable which is return round square brackets and then single quotation marks status 400, and we want to throw the message return square brackets and the quotation marks message will be equals to quotation, and then in quotation marks we'll write missing required information. And we want to return this, and before return we want to echo this. Echo JSON encode return and semicolon at the end. Okay, and then in case if these values are not empty, we want to cast them with the very safe method. We write id equals to HTML entities, then $symbol, we'll write this in the round brackets, request square brackets and single quotation marks id. Then the same we're doing for the bio. $symbol bio, we're creating a new variable, HTML entities, then in the round brackets we'll write $symbol underscore request, then square brackets and single quotation marks, we'll write bio. Okay, this is how we access the past information. Then the step number two will be establish connection. Okay. And one more thing here, we need to include the access.php because we will establish connection through the access. So here we write secure because from this file we're going to the folder secure, then dash, make this everything in the single quotation marks, secure dash access.php, like this. And then we will establish connection. We'll write access equals to new established access relations, then host will be local host, then user will be root, then password will be empty quotation marks, database will be FB, and a semicolon at the end. Then we write here access equals to connect. So we established connection now. And the step number 3 will be update bio. Okay, so we will now update bio. We will write access, we're accessing the function, and we'll write update bio where ID is our ID, that's the one, and bio is our bio, and put semicolon at the end. And we want to check if it was successful, so we'll write result, then we'll write if result means if everything is fine, then we will write a first scenario. If it is wrong, then we'll write another scenario. If result Let's start from the negative. Then we want to return in the square brackets quotation marks, status will be 400, and message will be unable to update buyer. We want to echo that, we just want to return this. No, we don't want to return this because here we will echo JSON. Echo JSON encoding return. Don't forget here to put semicolon at the end. Then we want to disconnect it. Access, disconnect. Okay. Semicolon at the end. So this is the last step of disconnection. Okay. And what if the result was successful? So we write here definitely return. We want to write a status 200 and the message buyer has been updated. And if the biography has been updated successfully, then we want to retrieve back all user related information. So here I write access, then arrow, select user with the ID, which is the ID which we passed. Here I'll write a comment, select the user and throw back to the app or throw back to the user updated information. Here, if the result means updated successfully, here error while updating. Okay, very good. So, and this, the result of this, we want to assign it to the new variable user equals to the result of select user ID. Okay, and here what we will do is, if you remember in our upload image, these values starting from the user ID, we will just throw this back to the user. Let's come back to the update buyer and insert it here. So this allows us to generate all user updated information and to throw it back. Here, throw back updated user information. Okay, very, very good. How we can test this, we can now simply run this URL in the browser. So in my case, the ID of my user is 22. So let's say here we can write localhost fb, then update buyer.php. It shows missing required information. I put question mark ID equals to 22 and buyer equals to hello, just like this. So now it shows us that there is some error there, but nonetheless, let's check our database. Yes, it's inserted. So very good. The buyer has been updated. The only thing is that we just need to check this line 50, line 53. Line 50, yeah, it should be JSON encode, not JSON decode. Let's do it again. Very good. The status has been updated successfully. So this protocol will be responsible for updating the buyer of the user. So excellent job, guys. Well done and congratulations.